योगस्थ कुरु कर्माणि संघं त्यक्त्वा धनंजय सिद्धि असिद्ध्यो समो भूत्वा स्मत्वं योग उच्यते. O Dhananjaya, perform action being steadfast in yoga, abandoning attachment and remaining equanimous in success and failure. Yoga is equanimity of mind. Today I will share some asana related to anxiety. I hope these asanas will helpful to control any kind of anxiety problem. Supta Vajrasana technique. Sit on the ground in Vajrasana. Lean slowly backward, supporting oneself by the elbows until the back and head are resting on the ground. Place the hand under the nape of neck and practice complete yogic breathing, keeping the body completely relaxed. Stay in this position for as long as it feel comfortable and direct the attention to the solar plexus. Then sit up again, supporting oneself on the elbow. Stretch out the legs and relax. Benefit: this is an excellent exercise for ankle, knees and thighs. It is recommended for those who lack vital energy or whose glands are sluggish or who suffer from constipation, because this asana make the blood flow into the trunk of the body, stimulating and regenerating the solar plexus. It also tone up the nerves. Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. In Sanskrit, Sarva mean entire and Anga mean body. Technique: lie on the back and relax completely. Inhale as in complete yogic breathing, then exhaling slowly. Raise the legs, hips and trunk in a continuous movement until vertical. Raise the legs and hips by supporting the arms on the ground. Then bend the elbow and hold the trunk in the hands. In this posture, the chin is buried in the upper chest. Practice abdominal respiration and retain the position for as long as is comfortable. Direct the attention to the thyroid gland. To return to the starting position, gently lower the trunk, pelvis and legs and relax on the ground. Benefit of Sarvangasana: regular practice of this asana will make the symptom of premature aging produced by thyroid disorders completely disappear. This posture is also a blessing to those with ovary problem and ensure the functioning of sexual glands, both male and female, owing to its regenerative effect on the nervous system. Sarvang and indeed Sirsasana can cure insomnia and depression. Shashankasana or pose of the moon. Sit in Vajrasana, placing the palms on the thighs just above the knees. Close the eyes and relax. Keep the spine and head straight. While inhaling, raise the arms above the head, keeping them straight and shoulder width apart. Exhale while bending the trunk forward from the hips, keeping the arms and head straight in line with the trunk. At the end of the movement, the hands and forehead should rest on the floor in front of the knees. Retain the breath for up to 5 seconds in the final position. Then simultaneously inhale and slowly raise the arms and trunk to the vertical position. Keep the arms and head in the line with the trunk. Shashankasan or this asan, pose of the moon. Stretch and strengthen the back muscles. Vajrasan, placing the release the pressure on the disc. Often nerve connection emanating from the spinal cord are squeezed by this disc, giving rise to various forms of backache. This posture helps to relieve this problem in some cases and encourages the disc to resume their correct position. Benefit: Ardha Mastendra Asana. This asana is named after Yogi Mastendra. Ardh means half. Place the left heel under the right thigh and cross the right leg over the left thigh with the right foot flat on the ground. Hold the big toe of the right foot with the left hand, passing the arm in front of right knee. Slowly turn the head and back to the right, stretching the right arm out behind and placing the right palm on the ground. Breathe regularly, directing the attention to the spinal column. Remain in the posture for a moment, then begin the other way around. Ardha Mastendra Asana. Transmit to the spinal column 2 sideways twists, one on the left, other on the right. It is therefore a very useful asana. It has great curative value and corrects spinal deformities. It has a beneficial effect on gallbladder, kidney and bowels. Shavasana or corpse pose. This posture derives its name from the fact that one lies on the back like a corpse, with mind and body totally relaxed. Technique: lie on the back with arms at the sides, legs stretched out and slightly apart. Close the eye and breathe slowly and deeply as in complete yogic breathing. Begin by consciously and gradually relaxing each part and each muscle of the body. Benefit: relaxation in Shavasana. The whole organism is recharged with prana, that is, renewed energy and regenerative force. Rhythmic breathing or deep breathing. This pranayama is neither difficult nor dangerous, so everyone can practice it. Technique: when performing the breathing pattern, sit in cross-leg holding the chest, neck, head in a straight vertical line with hands on the knees. Inhale as in complete yogic breathing. Mentally count 6 to 8 heartbeats. Then slowly exhale through the nostrils. Again count 6 to 8. Repeat the exercise several times. The beginner should concentrate particularly on acquiring a rhythmic breathing pattern without straining to prolong the duration of inhalation and exhalation. Once rhythmic breathing has become almost automatic, we ought to feel each inhalation is feeling calm and each exhalation transmitting it to the tiniest fiber of the body like a current passing through our cell. Kapalbhati Pranayam. In Sanskrit, Kapal means skull and Bhati to shine. It is one of the 6 purification exercise known to Hatha Yoga. The object is to purify the channel inside the nose in addition to all the other parts of the respiratory system, thus allow the brain to be cleared as well. Technique: Kapalbhati is a respiratory exercise for the abdomen and diaphragm to be performed sitting either in lotus pose or in cross-leg pose. In other exercises, the accent has been on inhalation, retention and exhalation, but here in Kapalbhati it's solely on exhalation. It is the only exercise that does not require deep breathing. The air filling the thoracic cage is expelled without pause in the continuous rapid exhalation. One should start with 5 to 7 such exhalation, but these may subsequently be increased according to the individual's capacity. This exercise enables us to eliminate the large quantity of the toxin contained in the body by filling the blood with oxygen and purifying the tissues and nerves. This pranayam clears the nasal cavities and lungs. It is a remedy against deficiency in lymphatic system and mucus in the nose and lungs. The exercise brings relief from asthma and tone up the body. It fortifies the salivary glands and expel bacteria that have penetrated into the nose. The solar plexus is recharged with vital energy. The circulation and digestive system function more efficiently. The exercise also helps develop the power of concentration.